Hey, good evening, everybody. It's 10 a.m. About 10 a.m. Sorry, I'm still living in another part of the continent. 10 p.m. We're going to start our Zoom call right away. We're very excited today. By the way, my name is Madeline. In case for new members who have not met me before, okay. So I'm going to be a host today. In fact, this is the first time I'm hosting on a team call. I've always done presentation, but I've not done hosting yet. So pardon me in case there's any technical glitch, yeah? So I will just start. So today, why are we so excited to tune in? Because today you are going to listen to someone's perspective and experience that you may not have heard before, okay? In fact, today the speaker was invited in the afternoon to speak to 45 leaders, marketing director, and above, all the way to RMD in one big country in Asia. He was specially invited to speak to this group of elite builders in World Ventures. So this is definitely, he shared great nuggets, and we are so blessed to have him as the presenter this evening. But before we actually go on to invite out our guest speaker, I'm going to quickly go through some housekeeping notes with you. Okay, every Monday at 10 p.m. Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia time, we have this team called Asia-wide. Okay, and this is a 30-minute social proof, and all this video that we do are pre-recorded or recorded and uploaded into one big teaminternational.com website. So we can retrieve, or your members can retrieve if they miss today's important session. And for new members, please add them to our Facebook group and also get them to subscribe to our One Big Team TV YouTube channel. We have great nuggets, okay, actually on all these resources. Okay, and also for new members, in case you have not downloaded, please download the Dream Trip app, okay, or from the Play Store and the App Store, and you're on your way to take a look at our awesome travel platform. And for new members, take note that you can actually book a welcome dream trip, okay, at a very value price for you and your family within the first 90 days of joining. Okay, so do not miss this great opportunity to go for a very great experience, dream trip, to experience your first time, okay? And like I mentioned, all these call and webinar are recorded and archived into the website. So if you missed it, if your members missed it, don't freak out. You can actually get a whole lot of pre-recorded videos, and they're all of great, awesome value. Okay, so without further ado, we're very excited to invite the guest speaker for today. In fact, he is no stranger to most of us, unless you're pretty new in a company, like a couple of weeks or months old. If not, all of us know Mr. Jet Toh. He is actually an amazing guy. I knew him for more than 10 years. In his younger age, right after university, he was in the corporate world as a financial controller. Okay, he just started on his career, but because he has a chance about network marketing at 26 years old, in 3 years, from a typical working employee, in 3 years, he became a self-made millionaire at 29 years old. Okay, he's still young. You look at his picture, you know. Okay, and in the last 15, 16 years of running business as an entrepreneur, he has gained much experience throughout the world. And he always say, thanks to God, he's actually semi-retired a couple of years back at 35 years old. Okay, by saying that, I think you roughly can gauge his age. He's a devoted father, a great husband, and he's also a dear leader to a lot of us in Asia. Okay, my alarm is telling me, please tune in to Zoom call. Okay, he's an international trainer that's anointed by the company, and he trained on the international stage around the world. And in the last few years that he's on board our platform, he has traveled to tons and tons of countries, not only training, and also attending training, giving training, and going holidays with his lovely family. So this is about Jet. Most of us know him. If you don't know him, you should be all ears. Get ready your notebook, get ready your pen, because you're going to get lots of nuggets, okay, that he's going to share with us this evening. So without further ado, let us invite Jet on board the team call. Hi, Jet. Hi, Jet. I need to... Oh, okay. Let me add Jet as a co-host. Give me a minute. Wow, there's 133 participants. I think everybody is excited to get ready to listen to Jet. Let me find his name and allow to talk. Sorry, I forget to unmute him. Okay. Hi, Jet. Can you hear me? Okay. Unmute. Hi, Jet. I got you.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, so I must start my video, right? Hi!
Yes.
Hi, thank you, Madeline. Thank you for being an awesome host, even though it's last minute kind of thing. You know, we only decided sometime last week. So let's give Madeline a big hand, right? And thanks everybody for calling in, right? Okay, from all across the world. I don't know where you're from, okay, right? Maybe you're from Singapore, maybe you're from Malaysia, maybe you're from Hong Kong, maybe some of you from Taiwan, some of you from as far as Greater Asia as well. I know some of the people are calling in, those of them who understand English as well. So thank you, Madeline, for hosting this amazing team call.
Yes.
Today we're going to do it a little bit differently. It's not going to be a training per se. Like what Madeline just now mentioned, we just came back together with my wife and David. We just came back from this country called Greater Asia, and we got some amazing things to share. And today, Madeline and myself, we have also run through the kind of questions and chats that we can have in this conversation, such that as you are preparing for your spring cleaning, moving on to Chinese New Year, so that you know, you can have a new perspective in terms of what World Ventures is going to be like, okay, moving forward, such that you can be better prepared and be able to be in a good position to ride the wave as well. Right? Thank you, Madeline.
Yeah, so let me start. Okay, for those who have not met Jet or had a chance to chit-chat with Jet and Serene, I want to get them to be familiar with you first. So can you share with us how you get started? Because we know that you and Serene were already retired at age 35, and you're already bringing your lovely daughter Celeste around the world traveling before you actually saw World Ventures. So would you be able to share with us why do you join World Venture, and how has World Venture benefited you, even though you're already successful prior to joining World Ventures?
Thank you very much. Thanks, Madeline. You know, we've discussed in terms of my story. I believe most of you have heard it. My wife, Serene, and I, before coming on board World Ventures, God bless, we are already semi-retired. We already brought our back then 2 years old Celeste. Okay, some of you know our daughter Celeste. Already brought her to travel around the world to more than 10 countries. She just turned 7. Okay, actually her birthday is the same date, 10th of December, as the same birthday as World Ventures. Okay, only 5 years apart. And she's been to, we lost count of the countries. She already has made her second passport. For us, we are thankful to Max for introducing this amazing platform to us. Of course, Max will know that we took quite a while to decide. We took about 2 weeks to decide. We even flew all the way to this World Ventures HQ in Dallas. And thanks to Dr. Wu and James for introducing us to the co-founder, Wayne Nugent. And that is when we have the chance to meet up, and we decided to come on board. It's an amazing journey ever since we came on board. Okay, some of you, I believe all of you will know this sign, right? You should be here, right? Okay. Just to share with you this story, I don't think I've ever shared in public before. I don't think even some of my team members will know. Actually, Serene and myself, we don't really like, you know, the blue sign in the beginning, because we thought that, hey, why should we show this, you know? Because back before World Ventures, whenever we travel, we just travel with our own family. We just take pictures, sometimes post on social media, sometimes we don't, okay, right? And we just go ahead with what we love to do. And along the way, I realized that as I'm immersed, all thanks to people that I met along the way, including some of the very blue people in World Ventures. Okay, for those of you who are not sure, blue is one of the personality color which is taught to us by Mark Acera, whereby they are very fun-loving, right? Okay, they live at a moment, and they truly want to live a good life, and they're enjoying good life at every single single moment. I met Mike, I met Melvin, I met Hirandi, right? Okay, James as well. And through that, okay, I start to become more open to having this little blue sign together with me as I travel. And last year, just recently, last year, my wife and I, we are honored to be able to fly all the way to Norway, and we managed to take several photos together, right? And also, she took photo of me as well. And maybe right now I can let Madeline to show you some of the photos also. Okay, right? So Madeline, can you help me? Right?
Your screen, okay.
Yeah, thank you
Your
so
screen.
much.
This is the one
Right?
I already showed just now.
Okay, good. Right, some of you have seen it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you can see from the screen, right? I think it's popping up any moment, right? Okay, just wait a while, right? So if you see, so you can see from the screen, right? So from the top left-hand corner, that's when Serene and myself, we climbed this, I would say mountain, okay? Because Bukit Timah, we call it a hill, right? 200 meters. So that's about 2,000 meters above sea level. Serene and I went to climb it. Okay, actually on hindsight, we shouldn't have done that because it's not easy, because there's no tour guide, there's no hiking guide at the point in time. But we just did it because we felt that it's safe enough, and we just move on to do it. And on the top right hand corner, as you can see over there, this is what I show to my friends, you know, from Greater Asia, 45 of them. They saw this photo and they asked me this question: Jet, 你不会冷啊? Okay, in English it means, Jet, you're not cold, taking off your shirt, okay, and then holding the little blue sign. And that's when the little blue sign, all thanks to Wayne Nugent and thanks to James spreading it to Asia. And that is when we have grown to become in love with it. And everywhere that we go, I believe some of you, okay, with your family, with your loved ones, and with your children as well, they will always hold the little blue sign. Like recently, we got a low hay, right, Madeline? We got a low hay together with some of our partners. It was kind of like impromptu, you know, 1 week of preparation only. And what happens is this: one of our partners' son, okay, right, Ming Hui, okay, right, Ming Hui's son, just took out this and then shout, you should be here, and things like that. And that is when we are truly, truly happy to be on board this amazing platform. So like what Madeline mentioned, I mean, for us, financial, God bless, we're pretty okay with the right investments. At the same time, with World Ventures, just now I mentioned the color blue, right? Before World Ventures, I don't really have much blue of a color, right? Okay, my color is yellow. For those of you who know, turned out red along the way. And thank you, World Ventures. Thank you, you know, some of the friends that I met along this past 3 coming to 4 years, for helping me become more fun-loving and enjoying fun, freedom, and fulfillment. And this is what Serene, myself, and Celeste, together with our partners, benefit the most through this amazing platform, right? And of course, what happens is that besides us, you know, enjoying ourselves with the little blue sign, traveling all across the world, one thing that we experience is this, which I'm very honored to be able to meet Wayne Nugent right in the early days of my business. And what happens is that I'm able to ask Wayne Nugent this question: what makes World Ventures so special, right? And I can still remember, I think Mike was there as well. And what happens is that we asked him, you know, why is World Ventures so special? And Wayne Nugent continued to share this. You know, all companies in the world, they will all tell you that they've got the best products in the world. But Wayne Nugent moved on to say that our product is the world, right? And it's not just in terms of a sentence, it's not just in terms of a scripted word, etc. It's been living in him, the travel blue blood, ever since he started in the industry almost like 20 years ago. So for him to start a World Venture sometime in 2005, which is about 12 years ago, he has really passed on this vision from his early days, 20 years back, all the way through the beginning of WV starting in 2005 until now, I would say the vision has been held intact for 20 years, right? And I'm so proud of him. Later on, if you have time, okay, right? I just watched this because we had this momentum event in Orlando, and I managed to watch his keynote speech. And if later, Madelene, we have time, okay, we'd like to play the first about 30-40 seconds of the front part of Wayne Nugent's keynote speech in Orlando Momentum, right? And if we have the chance, all of you who watch that video would agree with me that Wayne Nugent's goal is not just about money goal. In fact, he shared many times, he does not have a clear, sharp money goal, but he truly has a creation goal of helping most people around the world achieve fun, freedom, and fulfillment. And right now, okay, because I didn't join World Ventures right the day when it first started in Asia, right? Having said that, I'm very thankful to the pioneers for laying the path such that when I come on board, everything is pretty smooth already, such that I can ride the wave and achieve a pretty decent, high-ranking goal within 7 months in my business, right? So thanks to all the pioneers. Let's give them a big hand. Come on, right? Okay, you know who you are, right? So thank you very much, Madelene.
Yes, Jet, thank you for sharing the benefit that you get. A lot of people have not really heard this part of you, which is the blue part. Okay, so now second question. Because you are already very experienced, okay, in network marketing, because you have been doing that for more than 10 years, can you share with us how do you compare World Venture with other businesses, other network marketing platform outside? Okay, with your 17 years of experience, you definitely know how to see the difference and compare. So this is a very important question that a lot of us with not much experience want to hear from the horse's mouth.
Okay, thank you, Madelene. I wouldn't say I got 17 years of experience. Seri and I are very blessed to be in this industry for the past 17 years. But actually, in fact, I think we probably worked very, very hard in this industry for probably about 7 years. And the remaining of the 10 years is true time and financial freedom, whereby we've got all the time in the world to spend with our beloved family and loved ones and friends, such that, you know, there were times whereby I'm thinking like, you know, can I do something else, or can I do more to it than just enjoying time freedom? And I'm very blessed to meet up with World Ventures, and I'm happy that this platform is not just only in Singapore, it's not just only in Malaysia, but it's all across, you know, coming in from US, in Europe. It's right now in many countries around the world. And there's still many, many decades of growth for us to enjoy. So I would say 7 years of my experience, okay, I can say that I've seen a lot. Okay, I've evaluated companies after companies, platforms after platforms. In fact, even at this very moment, Madelene and all the friends out there, every single, you know, almost every single month, there'll be people coming up to me and share with me about this new platform, that new platform, etc. Right? And I would say it's not easy to evaluate a platform from a newbie perspective. All right, especially for those people who have not really achieved great success in network marketing industry before. It's not really easy to access. But I would say, if I can summarize in terms of the factors that help us choose such an amazing platform called World Ventures, I would sum it up to a few factors. Okay, and I can still remember that you know. There was once I attended a seminar, and there was this speaker on stage. This speaker was on stage, and he asked for a volunteer. Okay, who would like to volunteer? Please come up. And I can still remember vividly, there was this gentleman, a guy, went up on stage, okay, as a volunteer, right, on stage together with the speaker. And the speaker moved on to ask him this question. By the way, are you married? Okay. And the gentleman said, yes, I'm married. And the speaker asked this volunteer this question. So you're married to your wife. Can I ask you this question? Why did you marry your wife? Why did you marry your wife? And I remember the volunteer, first of all, said, oh, because my wife is very hardworking. She cooks very well. She takes care of her family, etc. And the speaker moved on to say that, oh, so if you are able to find a lady who's more hardworking, who's cook better, then you will leave that to marry that the new lady. Is that right? And of course, the volunteer was saying, no, sorry, she's also very beautiful, right? Okay. And then the speaker went on to ask, beautiful in what sense? And the man said, okay, I like my wife's neck, very beautiful, shapely, long neck. And the speaker say, so you like ladies with long neck, right? So if I find you a giraffe, would you marry that lady? And the man said, no. And then he moved on to say, big eyes, but you get where I'm getting at, right? So ultimately at the end, the speaker say, you choose your wife not just because of one single factor, but because of the whole package. Is that right? And as I think about the factors whereby I put on the grounds, okay, right, back to about coming 4 years ago, why Serene and I decided to come on board World Ventures, it's not just one factor, it's not just two factors, it's not just independently of three factors, it's about 4 to 5 factors put together as one, right? And it's not easy to find a platform that has such a similarity of all the factors coming in together. And one factor is this, which is not easy, is to find a person who is the head of the company, right? Who's a clear visionary. Visionary does not mean that, that person started with a dream, maybe say 3 years back, 2 years back, etc. Normally, visionary, maybe right from young, they already are clear what is it they want to do, what is it they want to have, a passion with, etc. And I believe we are all very honored and fortunate to have Wayne Nugent as our Chief Visionary Officer, right? Wayne Nugent, and that's number one factor, which is very important. I remember when I was having that dinner together with Wayne Nugent, I remember very vividly, Rainer was there as well. Okay, our IMD Rainer was there. Okay, and Wayne Nugent was yam singing together with us in terms of, the Chinese tradition, yam sing. And also after that, Rainer taught him the German version of yam sing, which is what tete or whatever. I can't remember that, but he played along together with us. We had fun together, and that is when I realized that he's truly somebody who enjoys fun, freedom, and fulfillment. And in a company, you need a visionary like this, right? I don't know whether Madelene, is it possible for us to play that video whereby I just watched recently the keynote speech of Wayne Nugent, and I'm going to show you what happens within the first, right? Okay, the first 30 seconds or so, right? Thank you, Madelene.
Okay, let me know if you can hear it. I play now.
Thank you.
Can you hear it?
We can hear it, but can people see the video?
Can't see. Okay.
Okay, those who cannot see, please raise your hand. Okay, all right. Oh, many people raise their hand.
Wow. Everybody raise.
So that's only sound, okay, right? Give us some time. We will show the video, right? Okay? Okay, give us some time. Let's give Madelene a big hand.
Okay,
right?
maybe I share the wrong screen. Okay, I start from the front.
Okay. So, thank you so much, Madelene.
Play. Handsome.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I feel you. Thank you very much. Okay. Amen. Amen. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Woo! All right, let's do it. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, let's give Wayne Nugent a big hand. I think when I first watched that video, it's the same feelings and expression that I saw on Madelene's face as she watched the video, probably maybe for the first time. And I would say a visionary's job is not easy. And I'm thankful to Wayne Nugent and the corporate team for having held the company from day one until right now it's about 12, 13 years old. Probably soon to be a full-grown teenager and soon going to adulthood, right? Company, you know, we definitely will go through ups. We definitely will go through down. But you know, a lot of us leaders, we are happy to see that even though a company has ups and downs, we are happy that we are honored that we are blessed that, okay, the company, the key people, they are willing to stick on together and ensure, maybe not instantaneously, but ensure that the company becomes better and better. And I'm so grateful to Wayne Nugent because recently he found on board this our chief executive officer called Josh Payne. Okay, Josh Payne. And for those of you leaders calling in, you know that Josh Payne has been working right day and night, even past through the Thanksgiving period, right, to make sure that World Ventures are able to go to the next level. Okay, from $1 billion company to the next level. It's definitely not easy, but I'm so glad that whatever Josh Payne, Wayne Nugent, they give us certain promises. It may not be guaranteed and fulfilled instantaneously, but over time, which we are happy to say that, you know, sometime this February is a good month because we are going to the year of the dog 2018, and that is when we can see promises being fulfilled, right? And very soon, from what I heard, later I'll share with you because just slightly before this Zoom call, I got a privilege of having a very short conversation together with Mark Asada, our Director of International Training. And Mark Asada shared with me this, that, you know, Josh Payne, whereby Wayne Nugent brought in as our CEO. And Josh Payne is the person who's truly in for Asia. And he is going to spend a lot of energy and resources for us in Asia, such that we can all be ready to rock Asia and the world in 2018 and beyond. So like I mentioned, in terms of what I see in World Ventures, first factor is visionary, Mr. Wayne Nugent. And second factor, I would say, which just now I believe I touched on a little bit of it, is that, you know, it's not just about Asia, but we have the synergy together with the US counterparts. I met a lot of friends, you know, some of them training together with European friends, Africans, and also Australian as well, of course, Asia as well. And I think this is something whereby it's not easy to find across in a lot of platforms, including some of my friends in other network marketing companies. I'm not saying that they are not good companies. They are great companies. Some of them are even listed on the New York Stock Exchange, on NASDAQ. At the same time, it's usually not easy to find people of different nationalities, different race, different culture, different skin color, traveling together from not knowing each other as a stranger, as I was sharing this afternoon together with 45 leaders who spoke Chinese, right? Okay. Traveling together, may not know each other's languages, but we all, you know, can show each other the little blue sign. And we use, you know, like recently I was traveling to this dream trip in Korea sometime in December. So I brought my wife, Serene, my daughter, and my mother-in-law. And there's a Japanese, you know, someone from Japan over there enjoying the Dream Trips membership over there in Korea. And I don't speak Japanese. She does not speak much English, but we just, you know, show signs, show photos of our travel, dream trips together. And I show her my trip with the crocodile in Africa. And then she showed me something else in Japan. So I feel that this is something whereby it's totally wonderful, and I thank the pioneers, okay, for creating this, and really a great ambassador to this international ambassador. I think I can find no other better than this gentleman called, my great friend. I just met him in Book Key recently. This man called Hirandi, right? He's always with photos of people from all across the world, right? Okay, so that's the second factor that I saw in World Ventures. And the third factor is that I see that the company is willing to learn and progress, especially with our CEO, Josh Payne, right? Okay, from a teenage growing to adult is not easy. For those of you whereby you have children growing into adulthood, wow, I think the 10 plus years old secondary school all the way to JC or Polytechnic or be it they graduate and go to work is definitely not easy. Is that right? Okay, I see some of you raising your hands as well, right? Some of us even want to talk hui and things like that, but this is part and parcel of progress, of the process. For me, just to share with you, being in so many years in this industry, I'd rather be with a company that has proven itself to pass through difficult situations than to join something whereby I don't know where is it going to be like in the next 2 to 3 years. Of course, I'm not saying that, we should not take such a path, but for me, right now, I'm coming 43 years old. I think I want to stick to something whereby I know is for sure. And I know that the company is willing to grow together with us as well, right? Okay, so that's the third factor. And the fourth factor, of course, travel, right? Okay, who doesn't like travel? And we have the Dream Trip local merchants that I know some of you, right? Like Karen, like I know Joshua has been actively, even Raymond, promoting these merchants on board as our Dream Trip local, such that we can go to places and eat and dine and benefit as a member as well. So, of course, I'm not saying that Dream Trips are perfect. Okay, Dream Trips are not perfect yet. Okay, no company is ever perfect. I mean, if you ever come across a company that tell you that it's perfect, please don't go near it with even a 10-foot pole, because no company is ever perfect. We are all progressing. We are all learning. And I'm so glad because recently our trip to Greater Asia, we managed to meet up with Joan Lai. Okay, she's the lady in charge for Dream Trips Asia. And from what I heard, she's going to come up with 400 Dream Trips in Asia. And we're all very excited about it. Okay, later on, I will share with you what some of the leaders are planning and collaborating, such that we give the very best of activities and news to all of you listening in here, right? Okay, so fourth factor, travel is fun. And fifth, I would say, very important, which is just now I told you that I just had a conversation with Mark Aceta, right? It was a very short impromptu call. And me personally, some of you have heard my story. I've invested more than $100,000 attending seminars from all across the world. Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Tom Hopkins, T.F. Aker, etc. You name it, I should have been there, right? I should have been there, right? Okay, not I should be there. I was there before, right? So I invested a lot of money. Some people say, Jet, why are you so stupid investing, $100,000 into such seminars? But let me share with you, investing $100,000 have helped me gain 10, 20, 30 times, 40 times more in returns. I'm truly grateful for making that decision in terms of the training. And I would dare say, any partner in World Ventures who has been to any of our major events, including Momentum Bootcamp and View from the Edge from Mark Aceta, you would definitely have been impacted in some way or another. Am I right to say so? I believe so. Because through his training, a lot of us, even though you may already be successful, but we have grown to the next level. And Mark Aceta is not a rookie in this industry. He has more than 30 years of experience in this industry. And I'm so honored to say that, okay, Wayne Nugent is able to partner together with Mark Aceta to co-create this amazing World Ventures together with the World Ventures training platform. And let me share with you, no matter where we go, we need good training, not just to help us, but to help our members rise to the next level. Unless you tell me that you are as good as Mark Aceta, that's able to deliver it equally well, if not better. Clear so far? So that's one of the main reasons also, coupled together, like what I mentioned, the complete package that makes me and Serene decide to come out of semi-retirement to choose World Ventures. Why? Because it's not just one factor, it's not just two factors, it's not just three factors. I think I can give you 6, 7, 8, 10, 21 factors together as a package. But because of time constraint, I just want to list these 5 important factors that I feel to be most important, right? And that is when I believe that there'll be more and more companies out there that will want to copy whatever World Ventures has set up to have. But I know it's not going to be easy. I've seen companies throughout my short 3 to 4 year stay over here that companies have come and go trying to copy the model. Okay? Thank you very much, Madelene.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Jet, for sharing your nuggets of how you choose and why do you choose World Ventures. I think for a lot of people, and we have almost 200 people online, they are really excited to hear your sharing. So now the last 2 questions is really important. And this is the main question you want to really write down what you're going to hear. So the 3rd question is, Jet, throughout these couple of months, throughout this whole period in this industry, okay, through ups and downs in this industry, in this business, what are some of the key things that you have learned? Key things that you learned throughout your years in this industry?
Leadership is definitely very important. Of course, I won't cover that because I think I covered it in the previous Zoom call. I think it's somewhere in One Big Team YouTube over there. I think it's in Mandarin, if I'm not wrong, or in English, I can't remember, right? Over here, I'd like to say in terms of what I learned for the past many years, just let me share with you, no matter whether you are new, you've been here for a few months, you've been here for a couple of years, etc. I would say life is definitely not a bed of roses, right? Okay, whoever tells you life is a bed of roses, they have not been through life before, right? Okay, it's definitely not a bed of roses, and everybody got to go through ups and downs, right? And I always remember, and I believe many of you have heard this before, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Yep. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. All right. Of course, there could be issues that may have been remained for a long time, etc. But I'm so happy, like I mentioned just now, so happy to be having this conversation with Mark Asada just now. And our training director, Mr. Mark Asada, just mentioned a while before this call is that he's now, if I'm not wrong, in transit to Africa, holding the next major event in Africa. And of course, very soon he's going to be in Penang, right? Okay. I think 2nd to 4th of March for our momentum in Penang. And he mentioned to me is that because I do know that as this company moved from being a teenager to adult, okay, all of us leaders want to have assurance that we have chosen the right platform. Newcomers want to be confident that they have chosen the right platform such that their dreams can be achieved. And that's when Mark mentioned that he can vouch for Josh Payne anytime. He can vouch for Josh Payne anytime, that Josh Payne is someone who fully understands the importance of Asia to the future growth of World Ventures, right? And Josh Payne is a CEO. I heard from Mark just now is that the CEO that travels most times to Asia, and is coming to meet us again in Penang, okay, coming 2nd to 4th of March. For those of you, right, who truly want to partake in this WV, I would say 2.0, should definitely be there, right, at this Momentum Penang, right, okay? So I do know, just like I mentioned just now, Josh Payne and the management team has been working around the clock such that, better product offerings can be offered to us, such that we can build the business better and help our partners build a business better as well, right? Okay? Because, why do I say that? Because when the going gets tough, the tough gets going, right? Okay, rest assured, for those of you who are new, please, I'm not frightening you, but just stating it as a fact. People come and go. People come and go. It's part and parcel of life, right? Okay? I mean, you go to McDonald's for the past 10 years, you don't see the same counter, service officer at the behind the counter, right? People come and go, right? So that is when really we got to ask ourselves, after assessing the factors why you chose this platform, because the why is more important than the how. Of course, the how must be set in place as well. Why you chose this platform is very important, and that is when you will be able to last a distance. That's one of the things that I learned. And another thing that I learned, which Madelene just offhand, is that I don't know how to explain this in English, because I was educated and trained in Mandarin right from 16 years ago, 17 years ago, which I'm happy, because, I mean, Steve Jobs always says we connect the dots backwards. And what I learned this phase is that 其心正不令而行，其心不正虽令不从. I repeat in Mandarin. 其心正不令而行，其心不正虽令不从. What is it in English? In English, it means that if it's not righteous, whatever and just, whatever you command and control, nobody will follow, especially those who are sharp and clear. But if let's say, if you are just and righteous, okay, people will follow even if you don't command and control, etc. But if it's not just, it's not righteous, right? Instead of being in the light, people act in the dark. Let me share with you, a lot of times, those who have experience in life, they will never, right, follow. Why is that so? Because recently I learned this phrase from my dear, army buddy David on the flight back to Singapore. 出师要有名. In English, it means to send out an army to go to war together, right? We got to have a very clear purpose. To have a very clear purpose, right? And that is when today, throughout my past 17 years, and especially in this industry, I've seen so much, nothing surprises me anymore, really. You can ask Serene. We have seen the ins and the outs and ups and the downs, etc. Nothing can ever surprise us anymore. And that is when, you see, people come and go, but even if some of our partners belong to those who leave the platform after a while, we cannot force them, right? Okay, I really wish them success. I wish them prosperity, and I really wish them they can have the leadership attribute to really go out there and build whatever they want to build without having to pull any people from your teams, from our teams, or from World Ventures as the family. Clear so far? And I truly respect those kind of people. All right? Okay. So, Madelene, back to you. These are the few things that I've learned thus far throughout the past 17 years.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I think a lot of us really need to hear this piece of information. And last but not least, where do you see the future of World Venture version 2.0 this year, 2018 and beyond? Okay, where do you see the future of World Venture? Especially, you are one of the few that witnessed the showing of the video by Eddie Head announcing the MOU, which is a Memorandum of Understanding Agreement that World Venture signed in collaboration with China. So can you share with us what do you see for the future of World Venture moving forward? It's a very important question that a lot of us who tune in want to know.
Thank you very much. For those of you who have not watched that video from Eddie Head, okay, with regards to the signing of Memorandum of Understanding MOU with China, stating, our collaborating partner, stating China, clear big head China, happy Chinese New Year. Right, I'm very honored to be asked, myself and my wife Serene, okay, to translate that video from English to Mandarin. So I think Serene has watched that video many times, and even though that's just a 44 seconds video, okay, but it's ingrained into our heart, ingrained into our mind, and ingrained into our future and our partners' future as well. And for those of you who know, okay, definitely one of the biggest markets in the world is China. Is that right? It's China. Is that right? And of course, there will be naysayers outside that say, hey, come on, it's just a MOU, etc. But let me share with you, the MOU is not just signed just like that. It's been through weeks of meetings, probably even months of meetings, etc., tying up the loose ends and details. And I really pray that, you know, the contract can be signed very soon, such that we have the proper license to be officially landing in China. Right? So after having a conversation with Mark Exeter just now, Mark Exeter also mentioned that Momentum USA is a huge success. Europe Momentum is a huge success. And I believe Penang Momentum is going to be a huge success as well. And that is when Mark also mentioned US sales shot up, Europe sales shot up. And I do know that after the announcement of this Eddie Heads video, I believe from what I heard, okay, sales are coming in, sales are increasing in Asia as well. And I feel that after Chinese New Year leading up to Momentum Penang is going to be the pinnacle of our next growth for the whole of Asia and beyond. And right now, I don't know whether is it okay to invite Madelene to just play this short 44 seconds video of Eddie Head announcing, okay, on the signing of the MOU with collaborating partner. Thank you very much, Madelene.
Can you see the screen with our handsome Eddie Head? I play the video now.
And Happy New Year directly to you from the United States at World Ventures. Our friends in China are very excited because we're very excited too to enter into a new partnership that we're very close to consummating. As we wrap the details on this partnership, we're hoping that we can bring our products, our fun, our freedom, and our fulfillment for everything that Dream Trips offers, and of course the great culture of World Ventures directly to you. Through our friendships with the folks at New Life, we know that their great products would be a wonderful complement to ours as well. We're hoping that we can complement your life just as effectively. Welcoming you to the family with fun, freedom, and fulfillment for all in China. God bless you guys. Happy New Year to you. And stay tuned for the big announcement when we're ready to make it alongside with all of you and our friends at New Life. Thank you.
Okay, let's give Eddie Head a big hand. Right, okay. So I believe personally that the contract is going to be signed soon. Okay, how soon, I don't know. Right, even though the MOU was fought with a lot of some people trying to 暗箭, okay, right, attack, you know, and things like that. But the MOU still push through. So I'm so happy for it. And I'm so looking forward. Why is that so? Okay, during this Greater Asia trip, some of us are able to meet the founder of this collaborating partner in China. And we spoke a little bit. And we are honored to say that, you know, he has held his company well for the past 27 years. And this collaboration will be a great entrance into China. For details, please talk to your leaders about it, right? Okay, your leaders, all of them will know. They will be able to update you more on that. And I'm so happy because this collaboration is definitely going to help ASEAN. It's definitely going to help Asia become stronger and help us expand to other countries like Philippines, like Indonesia in a faster manner. Okay, right? Let's give Eddie here another big hand, right? And I'm so happy to share that right from some time ago. I'm so honored to be collaborating very closely with our leaders, Millie, Rainer, Angelica, Buffy, Howie, Danny, Susie, and all of them are long-time leaders on board this amazing platform called World Ventures. All of them already have great success before they come on board World Ventures. And I'm so happy that they're so excited to move forward together, holding hands together for this World Ventures 2.0. And together, right, okay, thanks to them, okay, together as a committee, we are organizing this special event coming 24th of February. Watch out this space for it. Watch your chat groups for it. And on 24th of February, something amazing is going to be happening because Singapore, Malaysia, Taiwan, Hong Kong are going to come together as one to announce very happy, exciting news. And we're going to invite our key executives to come out and share as well, okay, through our international Zoom call. And Matt Morris, okay, our leader all the way from US, has already agreed to appear at our meetings as well. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun, freedom, and fulfillment. From what I heard from the leaders that I mentioned just now, Rovia, in charge for Asia. Joan is going to be there as well. And I'm so excited. I'm totally looking forward to it. And right now, thank you, Madelene, for asking me all the great questions. And I look forward to seeing you at Penang Momentum. All right. Like I mentioned, the time is now. That is the subject of this call. And after you have heard all this, let me assure you that if you just were to put your belief at this very moment in this amazing company, let me share with you, whatever things that they have performed in the past, be it good or great or not so good, is definitely going to become better. Because what I'm so happy about is that the company stuck on together with us and worked with us hand in hand to bring us to a brighter future. And let's rock Asia together, like what I always learn from James, right? Okay, let's rock Asia together. I choose World Ventures. Let's do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jet. Thank you, Jet, very much for this evening. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. But before we leave this evening, let me wrap up the Zoom call. And this is a very important announcement you really need to hear. Let the slide start. Okay, so another round of applause. Okay, although I can't see you, but I know you are clapping for Jet, okay, for sharing such amazing evening with us. So last but not least, I want to make a quick announcement, and it's an important announcement. Jet has told you about momentum. Jet has spoken to Mark Exeter just now. Mark Exeter is also promoting to us the importance of attending momentum at Penang, which is early next month, 2 weeks after Chinese New Year. So tickets are still available. You can still get early bird ticket from your leaders because we still have early bird ticket. It's only $149 US for the general ticket. Why do you not want to miss this session? Because for a very important reason, version 2.0 is going to be launched and a lot of updates will be announced at Momentum. So words from Mark Exeter is put the energy back to the game. We really need to find back the first love, okay, the true lian, the first love we have for this business, and restart, rebuild, and re-establish everything. So Mark Exeter shared with Jet that back about 7 years ago, when World Venture has the first boot camp in Singapore, whereby a lot of leaders who are still around now are all IMDs making good income, semi-retire. Okay, that kind of training, boot camp 2010, this time around at Momentum, they are going to do that kind of intensity because they are going to restart and rebuild Asia for 2018 and beyond. So we were not in 2010 bootcamp, but by being at Momentum next month, we're able to experience the kind of initial impact that World Venture drive into Asia. So I'm really excited, okay, for Asia. And next, what Mark shared with Jet and Jet shared with us, that he did a study across a lot of top income earners around the world, Africa, US, Asia, whatnot. Okay, there is something that is unique about our common trait, and that is about belief. So Mark Exeter is urging us that belief is an important part of our business. So through Momentum, you'll be able to up your belief, not only about the company, the executive, the up and coming plan, very importantly, believe in yourself. So let's go all the way there so that we can come back fully packed with updates and excitement, and we are able to dominate. Asia is able to dominate the whole world market all over again, not 1-4 but 3 to 5-4, with the opening of more Asian market this year in Southeast Asia, which is our market. So we look forward to see you at Momentum next month. Get your ticket from your leader and don't go alone. We always say this, bring more of your members, more of your guests along with us to Momentum, and you really can ride the momentum for Asia domineering this year and beyond. So thank you very much for your time, and we will wrap up now. Thank you everybody, and good night, and have a great New Year. 恭喜发财, okay, and really have a blessed New Year. See you.